Hi there, everybody. My name is Kyle Ressler. I'm an agent with American Family Insurance. I currently have 3 office locations. I've got one in East Troy, Wisconsin, another in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, which is where I am today, and then another in Walworth, Wisconsin. And between those 3 locations, I service about 8,000 policies and have 6 awesome staff members to help me keep up with those 8,000 policies and service all the clients. I've been with American Family Insurance for about 4 years now. Before American Family, I had a year with a competitor, and before them, I had a minor in insurance and financial planning at UW-Oshkosh, where I graduated from. So I have quite the extensive insurance background. And my plan moving into 2018 is to become a little more social media conscious. I hope to put out 1 video a week minimum, tops 2 to 3 minutes long. A little different each video, things like auto insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, what you can do or things you can do if you get into an accident or if you're buying a home for the first time, things you can expect on the insurance side of things. So kind of things like that. And reason being is I just want to be a resource for people who don't have an agent or they haven't seen their agent in a long time, or just in general people who have a lack of insurance knowledge. I know not everybody wakes up thinking insurance like I do, and it really is an important thing. So I just want to provide a little knowledge to those people, so when it is time to take a look at your insurance, you know what you're talking about. Before I dive into my first segment, do want to throw a little disclaimer out there, guys. These videos are just going to be friendly advice. Please don't hold anything I say against me in the court of law. Just friendly, non-legal advice. Always consult with your company directly if you have a question. Things are going to change based on product, what state you're in, what company you're with. So just want to say that, and please take a look at the disclaimer below. So with that being said, guys, this first video I do want to take a look at auto insurance. And auto policies do several things for you, but specifically today we're going to take a look at liability on the auto side, and then also a section called uninsured and underinsured motorist. So let's take a look.
Alright, so here's what your standard auto policy declarations page is going to look like. It's going to have your vehicle information, it's going to show your effective dates, your rate for your policy period, and your coverages. And the first section that we're going to talk about today, guys, is this bodily injury and property damage liability section. And this part of the policy is essentially covering you if you hurt somebody else in a car accident and they have to go to the hospital or have property damage and they come back at you for a lawsuit. And these limits is the max of what your insurance company is going to cover you for. So this policy in particular, it's saying that the insurance company is covering them up to $150,000 per person, $300 per accident, so if there's more than one person involved, and then $100 in property damage. Now the state of Wisconsin requires you to have insurance, and at an absolute minimum they require is up to $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident, and $10,000 in property damage. Now there's different levels of liability that you can get, and generally it's 4 different levels. So level 1 is your state minimums. Level 2 is going to be $50,000 per person, $100 per accident, and $50 in property damage. Level 3 is going to be $100,000 per person, $300 per accident, and $100 for property. And then level 4 is going to be $250,000 per person, $500,000 per accident, and then $250,000 again for property damage. Now within the Kyle Ressler agency, we highly recommend not going any less or any lower than level 3. Reason being is the liability limits for level 1 and 2 are extremely low. So and hospital bills and property damage can rack up relatively quickly if somebody needs surgery or if they're in the ICU for an extended period of time. 25, 50, or even 100,000 can be gone relatively quick, and anything over that is going to be an out-of-pocket expense where then they can start to garnish wages, come after a house, things like that. Next section that we're going to talk about is this uninsured and underinsured motorist. So this section is saying if somebody hits you it's their fault and you get injured. But of course, that person who hits you doesn't have any insurance like they're supposed to, or they don't have enough insurance like they're supposed to, or to cover your medical payments. You can come to your policy here and get coverage for your medical payments with no deductibles or copays or anything like that. And it's the same exact limits as what I described in the first section. So 4 different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4 that I described before. And that pretty much sums it up. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, message me directly. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you share it about. Follow us on Facebook. And I will look to see you guys next week. Thank you.